These 6 horrible lion encounters will scare the living daylights out of you. Get ready, because these encounters will ensure you never visit a safari in your life. Number 6. On an African safari, a group of men came across 3 mature lions just a few feet away from them. The men watched in awe and took videos of the predators, but little did they know that their fun adventure was about to turn into a terrifying experience. Unfortunately for the men, they had gotten the attention of one of the lions, and the predator was stealthily advancing towards them. At this point, their nightmare slowly began to turn into a reality, and the men were left with no options but to run or become lunch for the predator. Luckily, they were armed and fired warning shots toward the animal. This succeeded in stopping the lion from charging further, and they were able to get away. Number 5. A couple of tourists were on a horse-driven cart at a safari in Zimbabwe when they quickly noticed this. The excited yet terrified tourists begged the driver to step on the wheel and increase the distance between them and the predator. But the lion refused to back down and continued to follow them for quite some distance before it suddenly vanished into the bush. The tourists thought the lion had given up on trailing them, but in truth, the smart predator only decided to decrease the distance by taking a shortcut. However, the tourists noticed its smart move and sped off. If you thought that was scary, imagine how terrified you'll feel if a lion could find a way into your car while you're in it. That's up next. Number 4. In 2014, a family was observing a pride of lions on a South African safari from the safety of their car when one of the predators walked toward them. The lioness seemed focused on the back seat door, but this family wasn't disturbed by the predator's presence because they were sure of their safety in the car. However, the lioness had other ideas, and she left the tourists afraid for their lives when it suddenly did this.
Holy cow, Cindy.
The predator might have succeeded in opening the car's door, but the passenger in the back seat was fast enough to slam it shut. It was a scary moment that could have turned out differently, but luckily for the family, nothing like that happened, and they can laugh about it. But who knows what would have happened if she hadn't been fast enough to slam the door shut. Number 3. In Manapool, Zimbabwe, a group of tourists were taking a walk at the safari when they suddenly came across a territorial lion who meant business. The predator consistently growled at the trespassers who were scared to their bones, which you can tell from the unsteadiness of the camera. Afraid of what could happen if they made any wrong move or further provoked the lioness, the tourists began to back away slowly from the predator. Then, that's when this happened.
Uh-oh. Stand or walk?
The lioness, who before now had been growling and slowly advancing toward the tourists, suddenly charged at them in a twinkle of an eye, leaving the tourists scared for their lives. Hopefully, it was all a ploy to intimidate them, or see if they will turn their backs to her and run, because after that, the tourists stopped recording. What happened after this remains a mystery, but hopefully no one was hurt. Number 2. In the South African town of Bela Bela, located at the west of Kruger National Park, a group of touring students had a chilling experience on board a safari truck when a mature lion leaped into the vehicle, frightening all the students on board. The safari guides advised them to remain calm and gently climb down from the truck, but these guys were scared to their bones. Unfortunately, one of them was stuck under the huge weight of the lion, It took a couple of minutes before she was let out. Number 1. 2 tourists were taking a walk in Kruger National Park when they spotted a young lion running in their direction. They put on their camera and started recording, but as soon as they did that, the predator stopped abruptly. But this was a trick by the predator to turn attention from himself. He waits for the tourists to get distracted, and once they do, he does just what he's been planning to do all along, to charge at them.
I can see why you call him Harley.
The lion appears to have picked up speed and pretends to charge at them in hopes can turn their backs in fear and give him just the opening he wants to attack them. Luckily, they knew exactly his plan and did not turn their backs on him. Have you had an encounter of this sort, or maybe someone close to you? Don't hesitate to let us know in the comments. See you in the next terrifying adventure.